In today's topic, we are going to be discussing
What?
your vision supersedes everything else. Sometimes God will give you a vision of where your life is heading, but now you gotta come back into reality and live that vision. You gotta live that vision, and sometimes your steps which you take in to even get to that vision don't even look like you're gonna make it to it. But you have to remember that the Bible says that your steps are being ordered. So your steps that are being ordered don't they may not be easy steps, they may not be the steps that you expect them to be, but they are being ordered. Welcome back to the Real Grow Podcast with your host, Juliet. If this is your first time here, welcome to this podcast. We talk about personal development, advancement, and growth. If you're someone that's on your personal development journey and you're possibly looking for other tips to help you grow and help you to evolve, this is the channel for you to be. Or if you're someone that's possibly looking to start your personal development journey and you do not know where to start, then welcome. In today's topic, we're going to be discussing this is probably where you need to be right now, exactly where you need to be. And sometimes you just have to trust the journey. This is something that only happens when you've already exhausted all your options and you feel like, okay, nothing is, really changing. So, hey, this may be where I'm supposed to be right now. So I know that a lot of times on your journey, you may be thinking that, why is nothing moving? Why aren't things changing? But really and truly, most of the times, like if you are in a certain situation right now, it may be that you need to learn a lesson from that situation. While driving yesterday, this was early in the morning on the road, I was driving and I just was playing a gospel song. And I just was thinking that whilst I was praying and worshiping, I just was thinking that, wow, every level, every next level that I went to, the previous level prepared me to get there. And most of the times we don't see this. We see this in hindsight. We don't see it while we're in that current level of where we're supposed to be learning and what we're supposed to be doing to help us to get to the next level. We don't see it. But I just was thinking and driving like, wow, every level that I went to in life, the previous level had prepared me for it. And I know a lot of times we may think because whatever the situation we're facing, we may think it's so hard, it's so tough. Like why exactly are we going through this? But sometimes God has to prune you. And when he prune you, meaning sometimes he gotta break you. He needs to break you in order to mold you and put you back together again the way he wants you to put you back. He wants to put you back together again. And I don't know if most of my viewers are believers, but I believe that in order for you to get to the next level, you have to become another person. And where you are right now may be exactly where you're supposed to be right now. Not saying that you're supposed to procrastinate, not saying that you're supposed to be indecisive. It's just that sometimes things don't work out. And that's okay. That's a part of life. It's a part of life, and you have to learn how to pivot and be like, you know what, this didn't work out. Regardless, if it didn't work out, probably it's something that I'm supposed to be learning from this. You cannot just keep looking at things with a negative mindset. You have to allow yourself to think positively. Even as I speak to you guys this morning, I am literally under the weather. But I'm trying my best because I look at this just as if this was my own business. If if this was my own business, well, it is. It's my channel. But if I when I do have my own business and say I don't have persons in place to work, I still have to show up. You still have to show up for yourself regardless. Um, Also, you have to embrace your current situation. And when I say embrace, show gratitude. Show gratitude for the current situation that you're facing. I know a lot of times it's rough. We go through challenging things, and I won't even lie. Everybody at some point in their lives, rich, poor, um, high, low, whatever it is, all of us face challenging situations. But sometimes you just have to embrace the situation that you're in. And I know it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. There are gonna be some dark days. There are gonna be some days where you feel really depressed. But you have to pick yourself up out of that. You have to. And if I'm talking to somebody today and you feel so depressed, you feel so down, you feel like, the whole world is against you, let me just tell you that that's only a moment and you're going to get past it. But you got to pick yourself up. You got to pick yourself up. If you have to open up your windows in your room, open up your windows, take a shower, get out of bed, just sit outside and breathe the air and just practice some gratitude. The fact that you're still here is a blessing in itself. So I know whatever you're facing right now may be a bit hard, but I can guarantee you, you are going to get past that. And in hindsight, you'll be able to see that, hey, I did get past one of those roughest times in my life. Also, trusting the process. Trusting the process. Let me share a story with you. And this is going to be a biblical story. I don't know if you guys know about the story of Joseph. Joseph had a dream that his brothers, his family was bowing down to him, like he was ruler over them. Now, he had this dream whilst he was a shepherd. He told this dream to his brothers. They sold him into slavery. I'm just summarizing it. Sold him into slavery. Joseph was in jail, I think 16 or 17 years, maybe more. But Joseph had already had a vision of where he was going to be, a vision of where God was going to take him. But the process to get to that vision was nothing that he expected. Joseph went through so much. And even at the end, when his brothers came and they didn't know it was him, they didn't know it was him who they were speaking to. But he told them that it was all a part of God's plan. You had to sell me into slavery. I had to go to jail. These are things that had to happen because I had to go before you so that I'll be able to help you when the famine comes. And just listening to that story, if you're not a person who trusts the process, I guarantee you, by reading that story, you would begin to trust the process of where you're going. Especially when you have a vision for your life. See, your vision supersedes everything else. Your vision supersedes everything else. Sometimes God will give you a vision of where your life is heading, but now you gotta come back into reality and live that vision. You gotta live that vision, and sometimes your steps which you take in to even get to that vision don't even look like you're gonna make it to it. But you have to remember that the Bible says that your steps are being ordered. So your steps that are being ordered they may not be easy steps, they may not be the steps that you expect them to be, but they are being ordered. Joseph would have never thought that his steps were being ordered. Sometimes we want the big vision, but we don't want the work that comes along with it. We don't want the things that come along with the journey. You just gotta trust the journey that you're on. You gotta trust that the path you're taking is going to get you to your vision. And even if you stray off of that path, the Bible says that all things, every single thing, good or bad, works together. So if all things work together, if you stray off that path a little bit, you get right back on track. And another thing I wanted to talk about is celebrating your small wins. If you were able to get up out of bed this morning and last night you felt depressed, but you were able to, pick yourself up out of the bed this morning, celebrate that. I want you to celebrate the fact that if you didn't work, if last week you only worked out 2 days and this week you worked out 3 days, celebrate it. I think we look past so much of our small wins and we try to, get up to the big wins and only celebrate the big wins. But you have to celebrate those small wins because those small wins are really building you up to become and be able to accomplish those big wins. Without those small wins, you wouldn't have the big wins. So celebrate yourself. And I know it may be something small, but celebrate it. Life is to be celebrated. We are not here to always beat down ourselves. And yeah, it's good to aim for perfection. But if you aim for perfection, you're going to probably get excellent. You may not get perfection. You may get excellent because nobody is perfect. Now, I'm not telling you to be mediocre. If you don't want a mediocre life, then don't settle for mediocrity. But I'm just saying that if you aim for perfection, you're going to hit excellence. And a lot of people have this misconception that even in personal development that you're constantly going. No, you have to have a balance as well. You have to be able to take a break. You have to be able to take a break. You have to have balance. Even like today, I honestly, I wanted to lay in bed all day, which I am going to do soon. But I said, let me record this video first. But that's balance. I'm still going to rest. It's not that I don't plan to rest, but I say, let me just do what I need to get done first, then I will rest. Don't allow yourself to, don't keep pushing yourself knowing that you're not taking any kind of rest. The body needs rest, the mind needs rest. Don't feed into social media where you see people say, keep going, keep going. Those same people taking a 4 hour nap through the day. Those same people possibly taking a 2 day break from social media and they just have scheduled content going. It's okay. It's okay if you take a break. And the last thing I want to talk about is letting go. Letting go of control. I think the easiest thing I've ever done when I no longer can control a situation is just let it go. You have to learn how to let go and let God handle it. You have to. Because when you try to change a situation that you have no control over, it's hard. It's hard. You're gonna stress yourself out. You might get a couple of gray hairs and all. Trying to change a situation that you have no control over. When you see that you don't have any control, let go and trust that whatever will be will happen. You just gotta let it go. And trust the process. That's basically what it is. Trust in the process. But this is going to be the end of this video. Not too long of a video today. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, give this video a thumbs up. Do not forget to comment in the section below and share some of your stories where you faced hardships, where you faced times where you just had to trust the process. Share it in the comments. Maybe other people will be able to relate to you and maybe you may inspire somebody else as well. And if you guys aren't subscribed yet to our Spotify, do so now. Click the link down in our description box and subscribe to our Spotify, The Way of Growth podcast. And until next video, guys, thank you for watching.